Good Saturday morning, everybody. It's technically 12:15 a.m. And get this, we are 12 hours away from the NFL draft resuming. It will resume today at 12 o'clock p.m. However, we're going to recap the picks from Friday night that the Pittsburgh Steelers made. One pick was very good. The other was, okay, I wouldn't have made it. I think there were better options. And the other one is head-scratching, to say the least. We're going to discuss the good first, because this is truly, like I just said, the good, the bad, the ugly. Let's discuss the good first. And the good is actually the perfect, or the great. Zach Frazier, center out of West Virginia, was a good pick. I think it was a great pick. Very solid. He provides everything the Steelers don't have. Somebody who sacrifices it all for the team, comes in every day, works their rear end off, and plays with grit. That's who we need. And we got that guy tonight in Zach Frazier. I couldn't be more excited to have Zach on the roster. If I were the GM, I would have done the same thing in picking Zach. So, super thrilled to have Zach Frazier, a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And yeah, that's going to be awesome. Zach Frazier, can't wait. Pick number 2, though, it was not great. It was probably in the bad category. I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't my favorite by any means. And that's Michigan wide receiver Roman Wilson. You know, they said last night when McCarthy was picked to Minnesota, McCarthy didn't throw the ball a lot. I watched a lot of Michigan football this year. In fact, I'm a Michigan football fan in some aspects. I don't remember him. Oh, I don't really remember Roman Wilson. He's just not it. And you look and see, yes, Arthur Smith does love tall receivers and tall playmakers. You saw that in Atlanta when they drafted Pitts in London. How good has Drake London been in the NFL? He hasn't. That is the answer. Roman Wilson is probably not going to be that good in the NFL. Now, granted, I hope he does good, and I hope I'm wrong in saying this, and I hope they criticize me someday, and I'm not criticizing them, and that I know nothing, but I just don't see that in Roman Wilson. There were so many better receivers, and they just gave the middle finger to all of them, it felt like, and it's not very good. I was not very happy with the selection. However, this one did not make me the most upset. The one that made me the most upset was drafting Payne Wilson out of North Carolina State. I had a very low grade on him. Very low. I think they reached on him tremendously. We have a tremendous need in the secondary. We could have ended up with a safety like Washington State's Jaden Hicks. We could have ended up with a corner like Kyrie Jackson out of Oregon, Charles Smith-Wade out of Washington State. However, we said no, and we went and got a linebacker. Let's talk quarterbacks. We have 3 quarterbacks on roster, and their contracts are all up at the end of this season. Running backs. We have 2 running backs on our roster. Their contracts are all up at the end of the year. D-line. Could have got a D-lineman. Refused. Cornerback. Our secondary got shredded on occasions last year. Safety. Same thing. So why are we not drafting secondary? Why are we drafting linebacker? We have plenty of them. What good was this pick? I'll tell you, it doesn't come with any good. It comes with, I'm stunned and I'm scratching my head as I'm doing right now, literally. It's stunning, and I'm lost. I know the Steelers get good value, especially on defense, but this pick was just, I'm not going to critique, and I'm not going to be like insulting or ignorant, but this pick was just ridiculous. Could have gotten much better playmakers. The secondary was atrocious. If you go back and watch the Green Bay game, the secondary was torn up. You only have really one legitimate cornerback on this roster in JPJ. Who's the other one going to be? Who's going to be opposite of him? Let's look. Let's see who's on the roster. Let's see what cornerbacks we have. It's going to be hard, too, to keep track of all these Wilsons. We have Russell Wilson, Roman Wilson, and Payne Wilson. I just read a tweet on that, and I was thinking the same thing, so it's going to be hard. Okay. All right, let's look. Dante Jackson, that's your other corner. That's not good enough. You needed to get a corner, and you refused to get a corner. Instead, you draft a backup linebacker. Come on now. Dumb decision-making, to say the least. And again, I'm not going to be ignorant. I'm not going to be insulting. It's just I totally disagree with this pick. I don't get it. Safety we're good on. We don't need any more safeties. So yeah, I could see passing up on a safety for sure. In fact, after reviewing that, when I do my picks tomorrow, I don't even know if I'm going to pick a safety. If I were on the clock as them today, I would have picked Frazier at 51, like I said, Adisa Isaac out of Penn State at 84, and Todd Washington out of USC, the receiver, at 98. You're getting value there. And I feel like those guys could make more of an impact. Well, Frazier excluded because I agreed with them on that. But I think Washington could have made more of an impact than Roman Wilson. And I think Adisa Isaac could have made more of an impact than Payne Wilson. I just do. They need to target guys tomorrow like Charles Smith-Wade, Kyrie Jackson, Dwight McGlover. If they don't get one of these, TJ Tampa, you passed up on TJ Tampa. Come on now. That is, I'm not going to say it because it makes my head want to explode. You passed up on TJ Tampa for Payne Wilson. Come on. I don't get it. There better be a plan in place to get somebody like TJ Tampa, because if not, there's going to be massive consequences for the team, and it ain't going to be pretty. This is obviously, the first part of the night was amazing. I was so optimistic last night after we drafted Troy Fatwanu, and after tonight we drafted Zach Frazier. The O-line is built well. However, we did not get a player that I think is the best receiver available, and we wasted a pick on a linebacker that probably won't play a whole lot. And he's tiny too. My dad even said he's a little, but he is athletic. That's what my dad said. So what do you guys think? Like, what I think. Frazier was amazing. Roman Wilson's meh, not great, but not horrible. And the Payne Wilson pick's a joke. What do you guys think? Comment below. Again, I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything or a jerk. I'm sorry I use that language, but I'm not trying to be bad or mean or nasty. Sorry for the language too there, by the way. But, yeah. Don't want to be a jerk. However, I hate this pick. The Payne Wilson pick. Comment below what you think. That's all I have for you guys tonight. I'm sorry about this. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the last 3 picks. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. Pray for Israel. And as always, peace. See you guys on the next one tomorrow.